Okay, now you'll see the next topic, which is invoice posting with input tax. Input tax meaning purchases tax. All the while you have been posting invoices without any taxes. Now I'm going to show you how to post invoice with taxes. Let's go to normal invoice posting screen, which is under accounting, financial accounting, accounts payable, document entry and invoice. Choose the vendor, this one, and the invoice date, the amount. Okay, then all the tax codes are available here. Tax codes meaning predefined tax codes by the consultants. These tax codes will determine two things. The first thing is the tax rate, and the second one is the tax account to which the computed tax amount should be posted to. Okay, let me just show you using a slide. The purpose of tax code. Okay, you see this tax code stores two things. First is tax rate, the second one is tax GL account. I will show you where the tax code stores the tax GL account and the tax rate accordingly. Let us choose a tax code first. This tax code U1. Okay, and I'm going to take this calculate tax, and I'm going to enter the line items, which is cost of sales. Okay, let's choose the cost of sales account, which is this 6000, and put the 100. I'm going to simulate now, but there is a problem because this tax code GL account, this GL account is not configured to receive any tax postings yet. So you cannot assign the tax code U1 to the GL account because something needs to be configured on this GL account to receive the tax codes. If you notice here, this tax code is copied to the line item tax code field over here. If it changes to something else, the second tax code will be copied here too. Okay, these are the line item tax code. That means whatever that is set here will be copied down here, but for each line item you can use a different tax code also. You can choose from this list. Alright, but now we have a problem. This GL account is not going to receive this tax code. Let us simulate now. See, account is not tax relevant, tax code will be ignored. If I proceed further by hitting the enter key, I'll get 100, but the tax line is not calculated. If I go to tax button here, there is no taxes computed yet. And if I go back, you will notice the tax code has been removed in both places because this GL account has not been configured for tax codes yet. So in order to configure that GL account for tax codes, you have to go to FS00, put in the GL account and press enter, and go to change mode and go to control data. Come to this field here, tax category. This is the field which allows or disallows any tax postings to the GL account. Let us see what are the options we have. We have only input tax is allowed, only output tax is allowed, all tax types allowed. These are the three main tax categories that we normally use. Let me just explain what is this. If I select this minus indicator, that means this GL account can now receive any purchase taxes, which is input taxes. If I choose a plus sign, instead it will allow only the output tax, which is sales tax. If I want to allow both input and output, I have to choose this asterisk. It means all tax types will be allowed, but in this case I want to restrict to only input tax, so I just choose a minus sign and then save it. Just save. Okay, let us see what is the difference now. Let me go back to the invoice posting screen. I simulate once again. Before that I need to choose a tax code again. Okay, you can enter the tax code here once again. Right, now you can simulate. Let us see whether this time the system throws any error message or not. Okay, now it doesn't throw any error message. It is asking for the tax jurisdiction key. What is this tax jurisdiction key? Since Sun company is incorporated in the US, different tax codes are applicable for different states within the United States. So for example, Missouri may have 5%, Alabama may have 20%, and so forth. So we need to find a way to specify different tax rates according to different states. This is a tax jurisdiction code that we use to specify different tax rates according to different states. Let us see what are the options available here. So it's asking for a state. I'm going to enter Missouri, press enter. So within Missouri I have two tax regions. One is Missouri and another one is Kansas City. So this means that two different tax rates can be maintained within Missouri state alone. So I'm going to choose Missouri tax jurisdiction code. So the respective tax rate will be applicable. I mean, simulate again. Alright, all sounds good, but there is a balance of $5 because the AP side should include the tax portion, which is 5%. This tax code has got 5% set up in the tax jurisdiction code. Let me just show you that. See this, financial accounting new, financial accounting global settings new, tax on sales and purchases, and come to basic settings. Under tax and sales purchases you have basic settings, calculation and posting. You go to basic settings first and you come here, define tax jurisdiction, and you enter tax procedure USA, which is this standard tax jurisdiction for tax USJ. I'll let you know why I enter tax USJ. Why am I not entering others? Okay, I'll let you know later. Just bear with me. Let's go in and you can see all the tax jurisdictions set up. Alaska, Alabama, Arkansas. Where is our Missouri? Let's go down. So over here, Missouri and Kansas City. These are the two codes that we saw, right? That's now in the tax jurisdiction field. Alright, so go back. Let me show you why we select this tax USJ and nothing else. The reason behind that is, since Sun company is incorporated in the US, we need to see what is the tax procedure that is assigned for country US. To check that, you go here. This is all the countries are listed here. Just position to US and you'll notice tax USJ has been assigned to country US. So this tax procedure is the one active for country US. What is inside the tax procedure? To check what is inside the tax procedure, tax USJ, you can come here and check define procedures, and you can go down, see all the tax procedures for applicable for different countries have been set up by SAP. So you don't have to specify anything here. You don't have to go to new entries and specify a different tax procedure, because all the tax procedures available for all the countries have been predefined by SAP. You can just make use of it without any changes. Let us check what is inside tax USJ. Just select this and go to control data. These are the various calculation procedures that have been set up by SAP. As a consultant, you don't have to specify anything here or change anything here. Just take it at face value. Just notice what is been defined here. This is for US tax procedure. All these have been defined under tax USJ, and the tax USJ has been assigned to country US over here. So now, as long as any company using country as a home country, this tax procedure will be applicable. Do you know where we assign the country US to the company code? it is in the company code settings. Let me just show you. It's not here, it's in the enterprise. Let me just check if it's here. Sun, see, Sun company has been assigned a country of US. I go here, this is not, it's shown here as a country US, but it's not really defined here. It is defined in the enterprise structure. Let me just show you, just recap your memory. Enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, edit company code data, edit company code data, and go for Sun. See, US has been assigned to Sun company code. So using this assignment US, the system knows that Sun company code is using tax procedure US tax USJ, because US has been given a tax procedure of tax USJ here, and the tax USJ will use jurisdiction codes that is defined here. Sorry, not here, over here, tax USJ. That's the reason we enter tax USJ here and check all the tax jurisdictions applicable. Alright, now that is what is being shown here. You have selected tax jurisdiction code. Now we have only seen how the tax jurisdiction code has been assigned to country US, but we haven't seen what are the tax rates applicable for the different tax regions or tax jurisdiction. Let us see how it is set up in the system. For that you need to go to sorry, let me just close this, too many things open. Okay, it's under financial accounting, basic settings. Close this, go to calculation, define tax codes, click this, enter US again. Alright, this is the tax code you have selected, right? Here U1, and then here you have to select the respective tax jurisdiction for which you want to enter a rate. If you leave it empty and press enter, it will not allow you to proceed. Enter tax jurisdiction code. So you have to assign a tax jurisdiction code, because the tax rates are defined per tax jurisdiction, and this validity rate is to define a valid tax rate for a period. For example, if you want to assign a different tax rate applicable for different period, you can just change the date here from which period the new tax rate is applicable. Okay, so I'm going to say here that my tax rate is going to applicable from 9th May onwards. I just put 9th May onwards and press enter. You see this here, 5% have been defined here under the BS1. This is how the system knows that 5% is the tax rate. When you go for simulation, see the 5% has been computed. If you go to tax, you can see the 5% here. So it's taking from these settings here. Sorry, here is taxing this this tax rate and for this tax jurisdiction. But bear in mind, if you enter a different tax jurisdiction, you can specify a different tax rate. Let me just show you. I go for Kansas City. You will not see the 5% anymore. Alright, this is Kansas City. So you can enter a different rate here. Let me come back to Missouri. So for Missouri it is 5% and valid from 9th May. If I go to periods, I can see all the rates which have been defined per period. From 8th May to 8th May 5% was defined. From 9th May to until further notice, it's 5% will be defined. So all the rates previously defined will be shown here. So you can, using this valid from date, you can actually enter different rates applicable for different validity period. So now you know how the tax rate is computed, but how the system is assigning the tax rate, the computed tax amount, to GL account 900101. Where do you specify that the tax amount should go to this tax account? It is again determined by the tax code. Tax rate is also determined by tax code. Tax GL account also is determined by the tax code. Let me show where it is. Quit the screen, go to postings, go to define tax accounts. Before that, let me just show you something. Tax codes US, and press enter. You see this VS1. Take note of this account key VS1. So this account key is the one which is used to determine the GL account. If you come here, define tax accounts, we look for VS1. VS1 is over here. So just double click this, enter the chart of account which is Sun, and you would enter the GL account here for the tax postings. So this is the account that is used by the system to post the tax amount which is computed. So again, if you look at this chart here, tax code is the one used to determine the tax GL account. You know how it is done. Firstly, the system will come and look for the tax code that you have entered, which is U1, and the tax jurisdiction which is Missouri, and you will come and look for the account key which is VS1, and using the VS1 the system will come to this screen here, tax accounts, and look for VS1 here. So over here, and as per the chart of account Sun, because different chart of account can have different GL accounts, so for Sun it is being posted to this account. So if you want to change a different account, you can change it, and accordingly here the postings will change to a new account. Alright, so you click this, you will know the rate, and you know the tax base amount is used, and the tax GL account to which is posted to. Alright, if you enter different tax jurisdiction, different rate will be applicable. Just take note of that. Right. Then you can just proceed to post this transaction. So these postings will be generated. Alright. Okay, there's one more thing I need to tell you. Just now we saw how the tax is computed by the system by itself, but for certain situations you can actually compute the tax manually and enter it manually. Let me just show you that. 100, instead of checking this calculate tax, you just enter the tax amount which is $6 and change the tax vendor amount to 106 to include the tax amount, and put in the GL account and the amount here. Alright, changes to U, tax jurisdiction is MO, Missouri. So this one also changed to U1. So now let us see whether we can post it like this. So it says tax entered is incorrect, amount is $6, but the correct amount should be $5 because this U1 has got a rate of 5. So just ignore this message because it's just a yellow message. Just press enter. So you can see the tax rate computed is, not to say computed, which the system accepts the manual tax that you have entered, which is $6. We click here, you can notice the 5% is still maintained because this tax code has got a rate of 5%, but it also accepts the manually entered tax amount which is $6, which is supposed to be 6%. You can still post this transaction as it is. So that's how you enter manual tax amount. If you, for whatever reason, if you don't want to accept the default tax rate which is assigned to the tax code here, U1, just do not tick the calculate tax text box and enter the tax amount directly here. You can even increase to 7, accordingly increase to $7. Now simulate again. You will throw this message, just press enter. Now $7 is calculated. $7 is calculated, but 5% is still there. You can still post it. Alright, but if you check this box here, this tax field will disappear. See this? It says delete the amount. Okay, just delete the amount and press enter. See, the tax field is gone, and you have to let the system to calculate the tax rate. Just change this to 5 because that's the default rate, and simulate, and you get the system computed tax amount according to the tax rate. Alright, this is how you can enter the tax amount manually. Alright.